Hi everyone. At meal times, typically relatives leave and say, "Oh mum, the staff will look after you now, it's dinner time," and staff rushing by will say, "Yes, that's fine," and quickly wave goodbye. But in fact, if you, as the relative, can stay back and help mum at mealtime, this is so valuable and very important, and in fact, staff will really appreciate it, and of course your mother will. Because having a loving, caring, patient relative sitting by your side, helping you with the meal at meal times, which can often be a very chaotic experience, is very reassuring, because meals are a very, there's a lot going on at meal times in a dementia unit. There's 30 residents, say, 30 meals to be quickly served up, to be eaten up, to be then, all the dishes have to be collected and washed, and then maybe dessert, same thing. It's clattery, it's loud, it's not peaceful. And strangers all around. And then if you're needing to be fed as well, then, that's stressful. If you're being fed by a nurse who no doubt's in a rush and feeding you quite quickly and you just want to eat slowly, it's demanding, isn't it? I mean, if you've lost your appetite or you're not eating well, the best thing is to be able to eat at your own pace, quietly. And if you need encouragement or help with eating, then if your relative is sitting next to you and just quietly, the resident can also hold the spoon. But if you're just quietly encouraging mum to eat, "Now come on mum, this will be good for you, it's nice, it's tasty. I can see that it's good food and you'll enjoy it. You've always enjoyed, mum, baked beans and toast," or whatever it is she's eating. And then if she, "Oh, well, yes, I do like baked beans and toast, I must say, and it's much nicer sitting here with you feeding me because you're patient and I like to eat slowly. I don't like being rushed, dear, you know that. So, you can, yes, mum, I do know that." And just sit with her. It's such a nice thing, because you'll always be able to pull in a seat to the table. That's okay. I mean, it might be a bit crowded, people running behind and rushing around. Never mind, you have to just screen out the busyness of mealtime, just like the residents have to. Just screen it out, sit there and just focus on your mother and her eating her food at her own pace and enjoying it. That's the main object of the exercise. And as your mother eats her food, and, "Oh yes, dear, it is actually quite delicious. I'm enjoying this today now that you're here," no doubt. It's good. If she can finish her whole plate of food, the staff will be happy, can chart in the notes, 8 full meal, relative attending. Yeah, doctors sees, "Oh, well, her appetite's improving." Oh, and then the weight's improving. The well-being is improving if you're eating compared to if you're not eating, because you're so stressed out. And then, of course, you can help your mother with her drink, her orange juice or whatever it is she's got. That takes another 5 minutes. It's not like gulp, gulp. It's like, "Have another sip, mum." And I mean, look, the thing is, why it really needs to be assessed, doesn't it? What the medical staff need to work with and what we as family can work with. I mean, the medical staff, of course, do the medications, they do the dressings, they do the showering, but we as family, we can help, at meal times with the person eating, with the person drinking, with helping them with walking, with activities, with outings. So once you've discerned what's safe for you to do, so many things a family member can help with. It's not just the medical establishment that needs to help with feeding a person at mealtime. I mean, it's perfectly safe, as long as the person hasn't got a choking problem, which 99% of people in D3 dementia facilities haven't. Then you're perfectly safe to feed them, just as we would when we're feeding a child. We've all had experience at that, encouraging a child to eat. So same thing with mother or father or whoever. And it's a little activity. And if you approach it in a positive, practical way and, take all those emotive sentiments, just sort of put them to one side and just be purposeful, positive, practical, and that will sort of make you a bit more upbeat, and all the emotional component can be, reduced. If you're feeling a bit emotive about it, just try not to be, because the more that we're positive and practical and purposeful in the activities with your mother, she'll pick up on that upbeat vibe, and it will give her confidence and courage. And also encourage, oh mum, you're doing so well, we're very proud of you, being able to, the way that you're managing here, and we know it's difficult for you to eat because you've never had a big appetite, but that's why I'm coming, a few times a week so that we can encourage you with your eating. And she may, well, oh yes dear, that's a big help, because food is, somehow I've lost my appetite, but when you're here I can just, it improves a lot. I can see it and I can eat it, and somehow it's different when you're here. So that's good. So she's getting her appetite back, you're helping her with the drinking, it's an activity, and it's a time to connect as well. So at the same time, you get to know her other friends at her table, and you can communicate with them, and that's a good thing for socialization. Another thing is you get to know the staff. They're appreciating you doing this work, because that's one less resident they're having to feed, which is always time consuming at a busy meal time. All sorts of benefits, so you can just organize that half hour 3 times a week for the first month, say, that you just take your own carb-based thing. So hopefully you can do this after work and stay back a bit for these times with your mother. And they're precious times, you'll remember them as precious times where you were able to help, and you didn't let time fly by, as so often it can so quickly fly by, and you haven't put in that time when it was needed for your mother. So this is how to help your mother with hydration and food in a dementia unit, and just realize that it's so valuable and important. If relatives can help, it is appreciated all round, especially for the person themselves, the resident being helped in this way. So I've written these 2 books, The Resident's Voice and The Resident's Rise, both from a dementia unit. And thank you for your comments. Thank you so much for your comments. I'm able now to respond to these in these videos, which I'm now doing. And under the description, I've got all the links now to the favorite shorts, the favorite YouTube videos, my website, Amazon for the books. My website is also for the books, where there's radio interviews, American radio interviews, Kate Delaney and Geraldine Tuggerlove Australian radio interview, and a bit on my background if you're interested. So it's all there, so that if you like this link here and you want to send it on to someone and you feel it would be helpful for them, someone who's having problems with their mother with eating and drinking, if you send this link onto her or him, then under the description they'll just be able to access everything there, rather than having to rifle through the whole internet to find stuff. So thank you for your support, and please subscribe. Thank you for your comments. That's the really big thing lately. Please subscribe. I'd really appreciate that too, to be able to get this platform a little bit more solid. Thank you.